Yes, no?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
And Gus, as you're going first, Scrappy's standing right
Lucius
behind,
and
immediately
Gus.
walking right to your side.
Lucius and Gus. Lucius, what's your passive perception?
10.
Gus, what's yours?
Less than 10. Well, actually, it is 10, I do believe. It is indeed 10.
Let's get a dexterity saving throw from each of you at disadvantage.
What kind of Warlock inspectors are you people?
I sent my Iron Defender with him.
I rolled
11.
11? How'd Gus do?
Yep.
significantly less than 11. So that's like
Okay.
a 6.
Party strength has been eroded.
The party strength has been eroded.
I rolled 2 6s. I hate it when that happens.
Both of you are going to take damage. I just need to check my notes to see how much. How much did you guys want to take? I'll put it that way.
2?
Half a point of damage.
How much do you think you deserve to take?
0.
0? Really?
Listen, I've been so good this year.
The year's not that long, so.
It's negotiation.
I mean,
you gotta start.
this year maybe, but last year you did do that thing where you took a class out of a book that I didn't want you to take a class out of.
What?
I'm still bitter.
He's mad about Alton.
Oh, well, he should be.
Alton Brown?
Oh.
Yes. Yes, I am mad about Alton Brown.
Me too.
just
Nodal
screw that
doesn't
guy.
understand.
Just screw that guy.
Nodal wasn't there, man.
What kind of armor are each of you wearing?
I studded leather.
Okay. Gus?
I hate to hear that.
I think it's chainmail. Yeah, chainmail.
At least it's not full plate.
Lucius, 4 points of damage. Piercing damage. Gus, 6 points of piercing damage. As you guys are making your way up, 8 or 10 feet away from the stone stairs, you start feeling scratching and tightening all around your legs and feet as you're wading through this high grass, and you become hopelessly entangled in razor vine that, looking down, you see snaked through the tall weeds and grass to the point where you can't move without hurting yourself more.
But, like Sigil Razorvine?
You've never been to Sigil. What the hell would you know
Yeah.
about Sigil Razorvine?
I'm talking about outside of character Brick Road.
Why would I answer that question?
Oh my god.
So it looks like it's like these spiny vines, right?
To help myself into...
From you guys
Okay.
back behind you, from your perspective, it just looked like they started walking through the tall grass, and then they started wincing, and they're hurting themselves, and they stopped moving, and you can see them struggling against it as though their legs are entwined in something.
What's wrong? Can I walk up to look at it without getting stuck in it? Seeker says.
Don't come up the stairs.
You guys hadn't made it to the stairs yet. You're about 8 feet away from the stairs.
So we're about right here.
Did you send the defender up with them?
Yeah.
Oh, then he's
Yeah, I
also
said
going to
that.
make that same saving throw.
Does he get the perception check?
His best perception's 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to make that saving throw.
Okay. It's 15, I think.
15.
16.
He manages to not get entangled in the razor vine, although moving around in this area could be potentially dangerous. The steel defender is already better than most of the rest of the party.
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at that stat block, I think he's significantly better because I think that's an 18.
What is this?
Does he have he has +1 dex, and he's not proficient in dex saves.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
He
guys.
is.
Lucius is trash. Lucius is a trash character.
The worst.
How
What's
could you
next?
not be proficient in dex saves? Can I walk up without getting?
Oh,
into
no, you're
the
right.
grass?
What's your passive perception?
It is 10. No, yeah.
I would have been
You
like,
can approach, but it's going to require you to actively be looking for, now that you know what to kind of look for.
All right, Tony, watch out for me.
Tony's not going to be able to see it from above.
Oh no, he's on my shoulder.
It's on your shoulder?
Yeah, I literally just want him to look directly in front of me so I don't walk into it.
Okay.
He's better at perception than I am.
And what I mean, you're gonna have to use your staff as you're
Yeah,
walking.
that's fine.
And by the time you reach Lucius, you see that his boots and breeches are hopelessly tangled, and some of this razor-sharp vine has sliced through part of his clothing and injured him.
If I pull out a knife, does it look like I can kind of cut him free?
Make a nature check.
Okay. 18.
It doesn't look as though the vine would be impossible to cut. It wouldn't be any more difficult than any other vine of this sort. But what's interesting about it, I say interesting, maybe the correct word is nightmarish, is it looks like the vine has some tensile strength to it. What you'd be worried about cutting it is releasing that strength and having the vine whip out in some direction unpredictably.
All right, I'm gonna like say that kind of like soothingly to Lucius and Gus as I walk forward.
Okay.
I'm not a dog. You don't have to talk to me like that, Seeker.
I'm not. Listen, this is a very stressful situation,
Got-
and Seeker's going to say, "How can we think our way through this? Can you have some kind of shield you can put in front of you, Gus, while we cut this from behind it? Like, what's your thought?
Is
What
there
about
any?
Scrappy? Does he have any kind of resistance against being stabbed by this stuff? Can he?
No, but he
cut
can
it with
take a
his-
help action if you want to try and do some sort of skill thing to cut them free.
Whatever we do, I think we should. If this is okay with Lucius, I think you should do it to me first. That way, like we can. If something goes catastrophically wrong, I'm less likely to get hurt.
Can I use a investigation check to attempt to determine like a way to cut it without stabbing Gus?
I mean, it would be trivial to cut the vine without stabbing Gus.
No, I mean without like releasing the tension to stab Gus.
You have no way to tell that.
Okay.
Can I put my shield up in such a way as to protect my my squishy bits?
Sure.
Okay.
That's what a shield's for.
I know.
It's literally
I'm
what
just
it's designed to do.
I'm like just crouched down like in like kind of a ball, like with the shield over my face is in the shield.
Okay.
Like, okay, go for it.
I forget. Do we have any like staff wielders in the party or anything?
Nope.
Didn't one of you buy a 10-foot pole?
Oh, I mean, we did, but I don't carry that thing everywhere. Same.
Yeah.
We gotta get you a collapsible.
We got to get the telescoping one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
I have a spear.
Okay, spear. What's the reach on that?
It's it's still a 5-foot reach, but like
What good are you?
like
What was your thought,
how's a staff gonna help?
Florian?
Well,
I
can
didn't mean
cast
stab,
Mage
I meant
Hand,
like
and
a-
you can hold the vine as we cut it. That might work. That way it doesn't flail about in unpredictable directions.
Does anyone
This
have
is-
like gauntlets they could use to hold the thing with?
This
We
stuff
have-
is sharp. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think that it's gonna be good on anybody's hands to do.
Do your
to grab
chainmail
this
have
stuff.
gauntlets, Gus?
Hey, Scrappy,
Yes.
grab that vine.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scrappy is made of metal.
Yeah,
I
grab
think
that-
that's our play,
we're
is
gonna order
Scrappy holds
to grab
one
the
end.
vine.
So, to be clear, Scrappy's made of metal, but he is not resistant or immune to this
Nope.
damage.
No.
So, what do you ask him to grab hold of?
The part of the vine that might whip out if it's cut.
I mean, that could be any part of it.
The
So
base?
here's
So
my
is
here's
he-
my-
is
well,
he-
here's
Is he grabbing a
So I'm gonna
vine in
have
his own
Scrappy
square? Is he grabbing a vine off one of the other characters?
Scrappy is going to take the two front claws and okay, Gus, I want you to get down on your knee to the point where the vine that we're going to cut is against the ground. Scrappy is going to pin it to the ground with his two front claws, and Seeker's going to cut it.
cut in the middle. So you're
Yep, between
holding
its
either
claws.
end, and I cut in the middle between its claws.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan to me.
All right, Gus kind of does that. He's got his shield like over his face, and then he puts his gauntlet in hand over his junk and kind of bends down.
Okay. Let me apply some damage to Scrappy. 5 points, piercing damage.
Because we can repair Scrappy.
And then you hunker down and you cut the vine, restraining Gus. Florian.
That's me.
I don't think you have a dog in this race. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d4?
You got it, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d4.
I mean, when we think about it, only Alex-
4. Seeker, I have a 3 to hit.
3 to hit me? No, that's not gonna do it.
You can cut the vine while Scrappy is holding it down. The part that he's holding down remains in place, and you manage to free Gus's boots. But you hear this like a whip sound whipping through the air, and one of the vines that had been wrapped around the boot previously does lash out at you, and you manage to just barely throw yourself backwards just as you're finishing cutting through. Like, man, if my face was still there at that moment.
Can I make an Arcana check on that? Does that seem like it lashed out at me just because of physics, or because like this finds magic somehow?
You have no idea. There's no way to know. I mean, you can cast Detect Magic.
Could I
Or
do a
identify.
nature check for that?
Who already did a nature check?
I
did
did
a nature
survival.
check.
Right. To determine what? Try
To determine if the vine is actually animately attacking them, or if this is just like they're moving it around and they're just swinging back at them.
Go ahead and make that nature check at disadvantage.
Sure. That's a nature of 13. No, 14.
14. With time and great care, you'd probably be able to find out where these patches of vines have been planted and how they react to stimulus. Plants that react to stimulus are not completely unheard of, but they're very rare, and they're not the kind of thing you're likely to find normally within the walls of Dunfloss.
Have we freed Gus at this point?
Yes, Gus's boots are now free.
All right, I'm gonna back up. I say we just have Scrappy cut the vine himself if it's not gonna matter that he's holding. it.
Question. I have. Okay, so if I pass my shield over to Lucius, could he get the AC bonus?
If he's
I am not
proficient using a
in
shield.
shields. It is not going to work.
Okay. I didn't know how you rolled that with the.
No, we got this. Scrap. All right, so
Does Scrappy have a
trying to
way
do the same
of?
thing.
Does he have a way of dealing slashing damage?
Nope, just force.
That he's gonna. He's not gonna be able to cut the vine.
Okay, I'll cut the vine.
Okay.
And Scrappy will get.
So same
the
thing.
win.
You've got Scrappy pinning down the most likely
Yep.
vine to snap up.
Mhm.
All right. And Seeker, you like rolling d3s, right?
I love rolling d3.
Yeah, roll a d3.
Okay. That's a 2.
A 2. Lucius,
Hi.
I have a 16 to hit you.
That hits.
Can you?
Can I what?
Not. I was talking about like how does? Never mind. I just dumb thought.
Lucius, 4 points of slashing damage
I am bloodied.
as one of the vines lashes up along your leg. But you are now freed and not in danger to becoming entangled as long as you're careful moving through the grass.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back over here and smarting the whole time. Really
All right,
upset,
first of all-
pissed off. What the fuck is that shit?
First of all, Alex
This
pulls
is
out
this
a
is the worst.
potion
This is absolutely the worst.
and cures wounds on Lucius.
Okay?
And then I will cast Mending on Scrappy. Takes out his hammer. And yeah, there's a lot of noise, but it just takes 1 minute of casting Mending. So you get 11 hit points back, Lucius.
It looks like some kind of sharp weed. Maybe we should just call it sharp weed?
Yeah, Sharpweed sounds good. I don't know that. Like I definitely saw something like this in one of my botany classes, but I don't remember the actual.
Should we
Do
get
you think
like?
it was placed here with intent?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
'Cause
You'd have to bring it here at least with intent. I don't know if any of this like naturally
Are
growing in
there,
this part of
like-
the world.
are there like any like wooden planks or like older wooden planks like just laying about like refuse in the area? Or...
It's possible, but you wouldn't be able to tell just by scanning the yard. You have to go through the yard actively searching for them because it's
I'm
so
talking about
overgrown.
like the road leading up to this place.
No, I mean, after you got the gate, it's a decent cobblestone road, as would be the
Okay.
case in Silver Bluffs.
Because I was
And yeah,
thinking-
over the
I was-
course of
I
a
was
1
thinking-
minute mending cast, Alex hammers out the spike damage from Scrappy.
Okay.
Because here's my thought: is we get like a wooden plank just to stretch across this gap up toward the thing over the overgrowth.
Oh,
Well,
I
now-
think as long as we're careful now, we'll be
yeah,
fine.
now that you know the vines are there, as long as you're careful. So as long as you treat it as difficult terrain, and you're not
Okay.
blind, and you have some way of probing, like a stick or a sword or some kind of weapon, which I assume you all do at some manner.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. This seems like some druid shit to me. I don't trust those guys. Neither should the rest.
And Gus and Lucius once again approach the doors.
Scrappy is right there next to Gus.
Okay.
Are you ready to get
Lucius,
kicked
you
in
seem
the dick
kind of
again?
hurt. Maybe you should back up.
I'm fine now.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to just? I'm gonna look at Lucius. Do we just knock, or do we try to see if the door is locked?
I don't think knocking is going to be a thing if they just block their entrance with this garbage, whatever the fuck it is. Lucius is salty about this.
Lucius
Okay.
screamed in agony, which is fairly close to knocking in my book.
Okay. I mean, but Gus looks reaches for the door and tries to push it open.
Well, they would pull outward.
The pull door.
Well, he will then like he'll try to push it inward, realize it doesn't do that, and then like pull it outward.
Okay. And
Feeling
unsurprisingly, the door is locked.
stupid.
I'm on it.
Alex,
Make some space.
Apartment.
Let's go ahead and do Thieves' Tools, Dexterity, and also smoking a guidance cigarette.
Okay.
So that'll be a 20... tool proficiency. There you go. 25.
Seeker, did you put your portent dice out somewhere?
My portent die? Yeah. I put it on the side and then rolled it.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Okay, so...
I always picture...
Oh, wait, I think I might have put it on a different map. Did we change maps?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, that's my problem there. It was a 19 and a 10. I will lock it onto this map.
Cool. I always figure Alexander, he always says he's smoking. I always picture Sam Jackson from Jurassic Park. Hunkering down. Hold on to your
Alright.
butts.
Hold on to your butts.
My mental image is like of Alexander is that it's the NES box art from Deja Vu.
I'm always thinking Dick Tracy, but yeah, that's pretty close too.
And they make this revealer a different color because I can never find it on this map.
I realized I
hot-
couldn't possibly
hot
roll it
pink.
because I make it metal.
Not surprisingly, Alexander makes short work of the lock on the door, revealing a large main hall. And to the credit, the inside of this place does look to be in a better state of repair than the outside. Incredibly dusty. But there is a huge, only partially like worm-eaten rug laying on the floor leading up to a grand staircase. The second floor of the place, these stairs would lead up to a balcony level. So you have 5 doors off the side of the main hall. The stairs go up to the balcony level where you see another 4 doors. This balcony that overlooks the main hall. You see where some like slapdash repair work has been done to several of the stairs and wooden banisters of the place. Other than that, though, there's no source of light inside.
Okay. I'm going to
Roll
step
initiative.
You got it.
Hey, Britt.
Yeah.
Regarding our discussion previously on like divining die,
Yeah.
and so that you don't have to ask me every single time someone's about to roll a die whether I want to use it.
Mhm.
If someone's taken like a bunch of damage, I'll just tell you so that you can tell me if they're about to take a hit.
I mean, I was
And
just
now-
working on the assumption that you could talk really fast if you wanted to use one.
It's just because like sometimes like you roll it as you're attacking, and I don't want you to feel like, oh, every single time I attack I have to pause for a
Now,
second.
I never roll damage while I'm attacking. That's something that I don't. I always see that floated as, how can we speed up combat? Oh, roll your damage and your attack roll together. That doesn't save any time. So
Still gotta do that math.
I meant sometimes you roll your attack die as you're attacking. Like, you'll just say, like, you're being attacked. Does a such hit you?
Oh, but yeah, it's up to you to watch the initiative order and see when my creature's initiatives are coming up.
Yeah, I will just warn you if there's someone who I think I might want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing I see that like Divine Portent doing is like, oh look, I cast Hold Monster. This mofo just rolls a 1, and now he's paralyzed.
Yeah, that is the best.
Seeker.
What squares are our difficult terrains here?
You could just assume anything outside of on the yard.
Okay.
You have to treat as difficult terrain.
Alright.
Seeker, you're surprised. Lucius is surprised. Alex is surprised, but Scrappy is not.
Nope. So I have no bonus action, but Scrappy can move to here and take the dodge action.
Okay. Gus is surprised. I'm gonna need Scrappy. That's a nat 20. I need Scrappy to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, okay.
That's a power move.
Which side did I roll? It's
You
20.
rolled that 20.
Nat 20
Yeah,
right there.
so that's 22.
22. As they enter in, this slightly worm-eaten and extremely dusty rug whips out from under their feet. The whole rug spins in the air and contorts and grabs around Gus, squeezing him tightly. Gus, you are blind and suffocating, and you're going to take bludgeoning damage at the start of each turn.
I remember this creature.
As the rug pulls out from under Scrappy's feet, he stumbles a bit, but manages to keep standing. He's not knocked prone.
You hear like very muffled, like dwarvish curses.
You don't, because you're suffocating, which means you can't speak.
Oh,
Not even haltingly.
Not even haltingly. Florian is surprised, and now Seeker is no longer surprised.
Alright. I am going to cut a rug. Let's see if this thing is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay.
I would like it to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
A -1.
Yeah, it's going to take 1d8 necrotic damage. That left one. So that's 2 necrotic damage.
2 necrotic damage. Gus, take 1 point of necrotic damage. As the spell engulfs the creature, but the creature has such a tight grip on Gus that some of the spell bleeds over into its prey. So yeah, Seeker, from your point of view, that looked perfectly effective with no downside or side effect at all.
Gus, stop fooling around over there.
Moving or staying put.
I'm gonna use my movement to kind of make my way slowly towards the door.
Okay. Lucius.
I'm gonna take some difficult terrain movement to go over there. Can I get a good?
The landing is not
on-
difficult terrain. If you're on the stones or
Okay.
the stairs, you'll be fine.
But I can take a pot shot at this thing that's got Gustavus all wrapped up, right?
You sure can.
Okay then, I will absolutely do that then.
So, Treble, are you just going to spend every one of my combats inside of a trap? Is that the plan
Yes.
from now on?
That's my plan from now on.
It's a quality plan.
Listen, it's my job to do this, so nobody else does it.
It's my job to take every
Lucius
single...
has an 18 to hit with Eldritch Blast.
18 does hit.
Okay, how much damage am I taking?
Let's find out. I gotta put some charisma stank on that. So this is gonna be a little spicy. You're looking at 14 force damage to the creature.
So 7 points of force damage, Gus.
Okay, I don't want to alarm anybody, but not doing
You can't.
super great.
You're suffocating. You
I can't alarm anybody. Well, that's good because I don't want to alarm anybody.
Lucius, moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay put where I'm at.
Alexander.
What can I see? Like, is Gus completely
He's
wrapped up in this thing?
completely. I mean, this rug is like you would need 2 or 3 men to carry this rug if it was all rolled up, but this thing has completely wrapped around and tightened.
And I don't
across
see
him.
any blood or anything, like signs of Gustavus getting beaten up inside of it.
No, because he's been hit with necrotic and force damage.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure putting a crossbow bolt into it would still. I
That
would
seems
think would be
reasonable.
Not a good idea at this point. So let's go ahead and just try stabbing it with a dagger. It's going to be a shitty attack.
Wait,
because-
why is this a better idea than the crossbow?
Yeah,
That's-
I'm a little
I
confused.
guess they're both stabbing, huh?
It's
Well,
smaller.
right now.
Okay,
Listen, we
I
had
can point it somewhere on the rug that isn't wrapping around Gustavus. Like I can
just
try and grab it.
rationalize it however you want.
That'll
We ha-
hit an armor class of 21
21 does hit.
dude, that does hit.
for
This is a bullet.
5
Okay.
piercing damage.
Okay, Gus, go ahead and take 2 of that.
God dang it!
This is a
And
bullshit.
then I will
thing.
order Scrappy to attack the rug as a bonus action.
Oh.
Okay.
I hate you all.
I don't.
We don't
This is
know.
hurting you.
I don't know this is hurting you
Scrappy
yet.
hits a armor class of 5.
5 is not a hit.
All I'm saying is I understand
That's the end of our
Razu more.
turns.
So neither you
Thank
nor
you.
Scrappy are moving.
No.
Gus.
Yes.
So lots of bad stuff is happening to you right now.
Gus is going to. First of all, he's going to bonus action.
Mhm.
Second wind because
Okay.
I am almost dead.
Yeah.
Or unconscious. And so
If this is hurting you, you should call out.
He can't. He's suffocating.
Thanks, McDohl.
So what do you do?
Well, I get 9 hit points back,
Okay.
I'm
and
still
then
mad
I'm
at her
going
right
to
now.
try and break free.
All right. Give me a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check.
Okay, this is athletics, and that is a 15. Yeah, 15.
15. So even though you have suffered great injury of necrotic and bludgeoning, and I'm pretty sure somebody stabbed you at some point, you managed to get a little bit of elbow room, just enough to break yourself free of this creature.
And if I have movement, I'm going. Ugh!
Okay.
And just like kind of be like, ow!
Oh, so let me actually put, now that we actually do need the rug to be out. Oh. Somehow the rug ended up off the initiative order.
It's mysterious.
It's not that mysterious.
It's a rug of mystery. Like,
No, the Rug of Mystery is a very different monster.
Okay, so you managed to break your way free of this rug. And you guys can clearly see that the injuries you've inflicted on the rug have also been inflicted on the Gustavus.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't. He's behind a wall.
Right.
Sorry, buddy.
Is that it? Is that where you're moving to?
yes.
All right. Rug's turn.
Not again, please. Not again, please.
Gus,
Yeah.
I have a 13 to hit
That is not hit.
as the rug attempts to lash out at you and grab you again. And this time you're hip to its wiles and you do not allow yourself to be engulfed.
This is wily rug.
That's going to bring us to Florian.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright.
Oh, that guy.
I'm just gonna smash it with a ray of frost.
Okay.
That hits an armor class of 15.
That's good.
Cool. The rug takes 7 damage.
And are you moving or staying put?
That is 7 cold damage, if it matters. I'm good.
That's going to bring us back to Seeker.
All right, I am going to need that rug to make me another wisdom save.
Seemed effective.
It's not terrible. 12.
Nope.
He rolled pretty well considering he's a rug.
It's a very wise rug, unfortunately.
It's very wily.
And that is going to be a D12 because he has taken damage.
Yep.
For once, I'm taking out a die, and there's a good reason for it. Not gonna matter though. That is 1 necrotic damage.
The D12 just doesn't get enough love in general.
I agree.
And moving or staying put?
I am going to move up here behind my good friend Alex.
Lucy.
So I can't actually see this rug on the initiative order.
He's
It's
on
right after
6. He's after Gus.
Gustavus.
Okay. It was invisible. So anyway,
I
okay.
was having that problem yesterday.
All right. So I think another Eldritch Blast would be well in order.
Okay.
That sounds like fun. That's a 16, not a 1.
Good job.
16 will hit.
I'm proud of you.
That's actually more than a 16, but it's like a 23. Yeah. So let's go ahead and blast it for. Looking at 13 force damage.
And at this point, large parts of this rug have started to unravel and fall off in clumps or be blasted away. And I guess it's not bloodied because it doesn't have blood.
It's fringed.
Afraid.
It's like it's
Frayed.
frayed. Moving or staying put?
I'm good where I'm at.
Unraveled.
Slightly unraveled. This can bring us to Alexander.
I'm going to take my action to disengage, slide my dagger back into my belt, level my crossbow at it as I cautiously move back.
Mhm.
Scrappy is going to move to here and try another attack.
Okay.
That hits an armor class of 19.
That hits.
This is the crossbow.
This is the giant mechanical badger for
Okay.
7 force damage.
Okay. And you're staying put there? Is Scrappy doing anything?
That was his turn.
That was his turn.
I just take his turn because his turn comes up right after mine.
Got it. It's going to bring us to Gustavus.
I don't know how well hammer is going to work against rug, but I'm certainly going to try.
Okay.
Don't you have a hand axe?
I do, but I have a hammer. That.
I love your hammer.
Thank you. It is a. It's an 18 to hit.
18 does it.
Mm-hmm. All these dice are not a single D8. Okay, there we go.
There's so many D8s.
Oh, look at that one I rolled. That's 5 damage, bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning damage. And are you moving or staying put?
No, I'm just gonna stay put.
Savage attacker is a good feat. To
Let me
kill.
know if he's going for Gus.
Isn't that only like double?
It is going for Gus.
All right, he rolled a 10 to hit.
He rolled a 10 to hit. Gus, I've got a 10 to hit you.
That's a no.
Once again, this rug lashes out, and
Gus, I saw this one coming.
that's going to bring us to Florian.
I mean, sure, Ray of Frost again.
Duck.
It's like, oh, ooh.
That is
When
a
Seeker
nat
yells
20.
duck, people duck.
McDohl doing the numbers thing.
At least nat 20.
Thank you.
Are you chewing bubblegum?
That is 8 damage. Not me, no.
Sorry, that was me.
8 damage.
8 cold damage.
And with that, you freeze a large center portion of the rug, and it shatters under its own weight, crumbles to the floor. And now this just pile of unraveled threads sits in a heap in the entryway.
I have
How
never
are you doing,
experienced
Gus?
a Sentient carpet. That is incredible.
I'm not thinking that sentience entered into it.
That right there is some wizard shit, and I don't trust them, and neither should you.
I'm like
I thought you said it was druids before.
60%. I'm 60% okay.
Why don't you take a cure wounds?
I'm adjusting my hypothesis. Keep up.
So looking about
that's
this room, what were you saying?
That's 8 healing.
8 healing.
Okay.
Looking about this room, you see 3 sets of double doors. East,
Where'd Tony go?
the west, and then north behind the large staircase, and 2 single doors as well on either side. Looking up at the second level, you see 2 sets of double doors. One on the second level here, one on the second level here. This wall on the second level is blank, but then 2 single doors off the sides of the upper balcony here and here. What strikes you as strange in the upper balcony is you can see where some of the stairs have been repaired over the years. The balcony level doesn't seem to have a banister at all, and it doesn't look like it was just had come to falling apart under disrepair. It looks like it was removed. You can see the little stumps going along the floorboards where somebody is taking an axe and hacked this banister down.
Okay.
So guys, I'm just gonna float this idea. Once you've been attacked by a sentient rug, taking things in the house at that point is just self-defense, right?
I would call
Whatever
it
you
an
need to
rug.
do to
There was no
justify
sign that
yourself
the rug was
to the-
necessarily sentient.
I'm
Whatever
just
you
saying
need
that
to
sounds like a convincing argument, right?
I am convinced, yes.
Whatever you need to do to justify yourself to the moss caps. Magistrate.
Question: How you said that it's very dusty? Is there
yeah,
any?
yes.
Is there any paths through the dust? That, that
Well, there's a
yeah.
large rug-shaped patch of floor with no dust on it at all.
Right, yeah. Like other than where the rug was, and other than where we're
Make a
standing.
perception check.
Okay. Oh. 7.
7. It's a very dusty, very dark room. And as far as I know, nobody's carrying a light source. So you can really look
Can you
at...
crack us another one of those lights?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna grab another chunk of stone and get it lit up, and then give it to Tony to hold.
Okay. And how bright is that stone?
5 feet of bright light and 5 feet of dim light.
Okay. And looking in...
Does anyone have the actual light cantrip and would prefer something brighter? 'Cause I don't have it.
I don't have it either.
You're the wizards.
Looking in the light of the room with Tony holding it, you can see paths going back and forth through the room. Not footprints as such, but just paths through the dust. The corners of the room are never used. There's areas along and underneath the staircase that have not been trodden in a long time.
Alex is gonna fish a nail out of his toolkit and put light on it and hammer it into Scrappy's back. It's there. Now we have 2 mobile light sources.
Awesome. I love it.
Wow.
I really like that.
Just goes,
What's the badger? Goes quick, quick, quick,
Wait, what noise did it make? I missed that.
quick, quick, quick.
The badger says, quick, quick, quick.
What's next?
I'm gonna
just
send
log-
Scrappy
look-
over here to make sure there's no traps. Look at this door. Want to check where the where that chimney should come out?
Well, wait, can we back up a step here?
Yeah.
Do you put a tiny cigarette into Scrappy's mouth?
If I need to cast guidance, I do.
Does
He's not actually searching for traps. He's searching for traps the barbarian style by just walking across the floor.
Oh, okay, got it.
Scrappy meets no resistance as he comes wandering across the floor. Looking underneath the stairs, though, as you go up there, you see where at one point there might have been a broom closet or something built into the structure of the stairs, but it's been completely gutted. The doorway is empty, and looking in, you see a broken shelf along the back wall, but that's it. Lucius, you've stepped into 9 bear traps.
Yay!
Looking at this door here, you see where a doorway is, but instead of a door, it's been, once again, bricked up.
Bricked up.
And it's bricked with stones that do not look like they fit the construction of the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Can you give that a little push, Scrappy, to see if it's tight in there?
Sure, I'll see if the dog can open the door. Sorry,
Yeah.
the badger can open the door.
The badger,
Oh no, not the door.
It's this.
Well-
Scrappy's gonna be called a dog 4 times a session at least.
Yeah,
Uh,
I even do.
yeah,
it.
Scrappy could open this door if he wanted.
Yep, he's doing it.
All right, and looking inside,
this door's bricked up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
looking inside, you see a music room with a dilapidated, completely just water damaged, broken grand piano in the back of the room. The floor itself looks like it was once made up of stone or marble tiles, many of which have been pried up out of the floor and taken away by looters at some point. The ones that remain are scuffed and badly damaged. Would have been a very nice dance floor in its heyday. But now the room is dark and silent.
So this door's bricked up, and this one by Gustavus is also bricked up?
Nope, just the one by you. The one by Gustavus is a set of double doors that he could open up.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me erase that.
Do you want me to send the badger to open the doors?
Nah,
I kind of want to you to send the badger into the doors. What's going on in those rooms?
Badger can open the door. That's fine. Does the badger have opposable thumb?
No, it's a badger. Going into this room here?
But it's not like a real badger.
Well, then I'm over this door.
You know what? I can't argue. It is not a real badger.
I
That's
feel
but-
better.
Model 2.0 of Scrappy is definitely getting opposable thumbs.
Looking into this room, you see a large table set in the middle of the room. It's not destroyed or in a state of disrepair, but it has a couple of chairs kind of haphazardly sitting around it. The table has a couple of mugs sitting on it, a couple of scraps of food. Other than that, nothing of note.
This has been in use.
Do the scraps of food look like perishable?
You're not going to be able to tell unless you go in the room.
I'm gonna send the badger in first.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Tony over there to look at the scraps of food.
Okay. Tony flies in and lands on the table.
Yeah.
And, crusts of bread, maybe a blob of fat laying there. It's not rotting. It must have been eaten relatively recently.
All right, and I'm gonna say that to the others. Tony, good work. Hop your way back over here.
So yeah, some squatters definitely taking the precedence here as of late. We should probably be quiet.
What is this?
What is this? There's nothing there.
Nothing there. Okay.
Don't worry.
Let's have the badger open this door.
Opening this room, it's the remnants of what was once a very nice dining hall. There's room in the center for a large dining table to sit. Right now, though, the room is only filled with debris. You see a small door off to the left side. So there's no furniture at all in this room, just broken
Just
sticks.
a table.
And,
Oh, okay.
nope, not even a table.
Okay.
And open another door.
And this would have been maybe a kitchen if the manor was in use. You see a couple of tables against the back wall, one of which is broken. What's interesting about this room, though, is in the back area, there are two, essentially, wooden counters. Maybe for food preparation, maybe a stove would have sat here, or a basin for filling water. But now, just this broken wooden connection between these two walls. And you don't like the way that the light hits them as Scrappy enters the wood. And looking at it, you can see they're soaked in some kind of liquid that's dripping down the wall, through the ceiling of the room, and out over onto this table. It's just severely discolored.
Could I do an alchemist tools check to identify the liquid?
Not even necessary. When you get this close to it, you can tell this wood has been soaking periodically in oil that's been leaking down from the ceiling above. And the walls in this area are all stained and partially down onto the floorboards as well.
I put my cigarette out.
Yeah, keep the flame away from this, that sounds like.
That can't be safe.
It's okay. It's not a workplace.
I mean, none of,
Dosha's gonna have a field day with these guys.
I mean, thankfully, none of you have fire spells. I don't.
Which side of this is the bottom of the stairway?
The front.
Kinda check.
So this large rug would have been between the main door and the grand stairway before you guys came
You
in
wanna
and tore it
try
up for no reason.
I think we should head upstairs instead of trying to force open one of those
Is this
This
door
one's
locked?
blocked.
Bricks?
That's not blocked.
No, this one's not blocked.
Okay, I can't see that one because.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try that out.
Off. Yeah, let's have a badger open a door.
Ugh.
What's wrong?
This looks into what looks like it could have been a sitting room. You see a large hearth against the back wall, and in front of it are broken pieces of just wood and debris. Again, scraps of food. There is a chair sitting in front of the hearth, and against the back wall are just some ramshackle piles of firewood.
It's a very well lit up room because there's a small stone radiating light.
There is indeed, laying in the ash of the hearth. But now that you're coming in and looking at the hearth, the fireplace is operational, but it looks like it has not been lit in a long time, and it looks like it's only used for disposing of garbage.
Is this like a comfy armchair or just a wooden stool or what?
It might have been comfortable at one point, but there's
Okay.
hardly any cushion left, and it's torn up, and certainly not comfortable anymore.
Is there?
Lucius goes.
ahead.
Lucius goes and picks up the light that was dropped down into here.
Okay, you have it.
Before you do that, Lucius, is there any? You said they burn garbage. Is there anything of note in the garbage? Is it like when you say garbage, do you mean like paperwork garbage or like refuse, like
Just
banana
refuse.
peels, okay.
Leftover foodstuffs that they need to get rid of.
Just kind of like, are we talking like destroying I just want to know if we were.
I mean, right now it's just a pile of ash. You have no way of telling if they've destroyed documents in this fireplace.
Okay, all right.
Read the words.
Let me go first, Lucius.
Scrappy's right there beside you.
Okay.
I just don't want you to get hit by an arrow.
You hate getting hit.
All right. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm in no control of my life.
Heading up the stairs, like I said, there's no actual banister in between the balcony level overlooking the hall. And it looks like it's been purposely destroyed. You can see little stumps where the banister would have been attached before, but they've all been chopped down. And roll initiative.
Be careful, Okay, never mind.
Let's roll initiative.
Roll it.
Ow, I dropped everything.
Lucius tries to tell people to be careful, and then it's like, no, not allowed to tell people to be careful. Especially with a 3 on initiative.
Don't feel bad. I got.
If it makes you feel better, I think we were being fairly careful given that we're in a haunted mansion.
That's true, yeah, you're right.
Is it have to be haunted if it's a rug? It could be mechanical.
A mechanical rug, that makes sense.
Listen, I'm a gnome.
You can make a mechanical anything. You can make a mechanical badger, look at that.
I think you could do it. You could just like put like it has to be like attached to something, but you could like put like wires in there where like to make it like tense up.
Oh well, I'm certain mechanical rug is not a joke because someone has made a smart rug by this point.
Alexander.
Yeah.
You are surprised, but
Mhm.
Scrappy is not.
Move to here, take the dodge action.
Okay. Florian,
I
Seeker,
love Scrappy.
Lucius, and Gus. And okay,
Let me get it on an actual square so you don't have conniptions.
I have.
Dies.
Where's my encounter? There it is.
Everybody falls, dies, no save.
It's useful when I attack you with the correct stat block. I have a 7 to hit Scrappy.
Nope.
Also, you're rolling at a disadvantage.
Why?
Why?
He was
dodging.
dodging.
Oh right, he is dodging.
Oh, I did roll disadvantage.
Okay.
Good thinking, McDohl.
You hear a thunk sound as a crossbow bolt embeds itself in the floor right next to Scrappy.
Uh-huh.
But you can't tell where it came from. That's going to bring us back to Alex. Can you guys see the 4 doors leading off of the
Yeah.
Yes.
Balcony level? Okay, good.
Gonna move up to the top of these stairs.
Okay.
I'm going to ready an action to shoot anyone that I see attacking me.
Where are you looking?
Which direction did the crossbow bolt come from?
You can't tell. You just heard it hit the wall. It impacted the wall just behind Scrappy.
Which wall?
It's the wall right behind Scrappy next to this door here.
So like right here. Okay.
Let's go ahead and like back this way and up.
Back here? To be clear, you don't see anybody standing on the balcony level at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're looking in this
Yeah.
direction, and you're going to ready an action. That's going to bring us to Florian.
And then for Scrappy is going to take the search action.
Okay, where's he?
My bonus action.
Where's he searching?
This way.
So are you sending him over to that corner?
Search the
Okay.
Search the perception equivalent, or what's the active perception roll called? Sorry, that's what I was trying to do.
It
If search
literally
is the-
says search is either, depending on the GM.
Okay.
Yeah,
Search can either be
it depends on the
perception or-
circumstances.
Okay.
In this case, it would be perception because you have to notice where the guy's firing from
Right.
before you can.
Yeah.
Okay. What up?
That's a perception of 14.
14. You don't notice anything, or I guess Scrappy doesn't notice anything from that position. You guys can't see this. The single doors here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That's okay. Good. And that's going to bring us to Florian.
Cool. Gonna use Fateful Naming and cast Bless on Alexander, Gus, and Lucius.
Okay. Moving or staying put?
Thing. What?
Seeker, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move up. I'd like to. Can I make it an investigation check on the bolt to see what direction the back of it's coming from? Because it theoretically wedged itself into the wall, pointing away from where it got fired, right?
Yeah, I'll let you make that check. Not from that position though, because that's not where the bolt
Yeah.
is.
I don't mind walking up here. I just
Better not mind.
You got it. That is a 9.
Is Seeker proficient with a crossbow?
No.
No. Looking at it, the only direction you can definitively rule out is directly above you because it's in a wall and not the floor.
Okay.
And looking up, I mean, you just got the solid ceiling, some probably 12 feet above you. Moving or staying put?